So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Let's just go over this little bit of this article, right? It states marriages are hard work, and that's a fact, but some couples definitely make it look harder than others. The swear you off marriage forever kind. The real life Mr. and Mrs. Smith are one of those couples that make you question the sanctity of love and marriage. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have been married since 1997, and it's been a long, arduous journey. They have two children together, Jaden Smith 23 and Willow Smith 21. Apparently, negative speculations revolving around the Smith marriage are not a fresh phenomenon. Back in 2013 as well, one of Jada Smith's statements led to a rumor spreading like wildfire. Jada Pinkett Smith stated during an interview that year, quote, "I've always told Will, you can do whatever you want as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and be okay, because at the end of the day, Will is his own man. I'm here as his partner, but he is his own man." Quote, "Let me first say this. There are far more important things to talk about in regards to what is happening in the world than whether I have an open marriage or not. I am addressing this issue because a very important subject has been born from discussion about my statement that may be worth addressing. Do we believe loving someone means owning them? Do we believe that ownership is the reason someone should behave? Do we believe that all the expectations, conditions, and underlying threats of, quote, you better act right or else, keeps one honest and true? Do we believe that we have meaningful relationships with people who have not defined nor lived by the integrity of his or her higher self? What of unconditional love? Or does love look like, feel like, and operate as enslavement? Do we believe that the more control we put on someone, the safer we are? What of trust and love? Should we be married to individuals who cannot be responsible for themselves and their families within their freedom? Should we be in a relationship with individuals who we cannot entrust to their own values, integrity, and love for us? Here is how I will change my statement. Will and I both can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. This does not mean that we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one. So I just want to let people know I didn't think that I would actually be back here, in a sense, talking about this again, but here we are. And yet Chris Rock is still talking, and along with his brother and his family, and we are almost at the end of the year. Like I said, that whole situation with the slap, 15 minutes of fame, Chris Rock selling out areas, he's probably working on the tour. That's very great. That's awesome for him. It's putting him, right back out there. Because pretty much what was the last movie he had was a Spiral or something like that. Pretty much, Chris Rock has not been in, people's thoughts, when it comes to comedy or looking for somebody who is quote unquote funny and, different things of this nature. For all intents and purposes, this was, a flame for his career, which is, a positive thing, right? But here we are again, back with Jada saying things that just consistently keep giving this man L's on L on L on L. Lord have mercy. This is why I call it the house of L's, because that is clearly where we are at this moment in time. But as she stated, she could do whatever she wanted to do. Even Will sat up there and stated that himself at the Red Table Talk. It was like, can't nobody tell her what to do. Jada's her own person. Jada is Jada. She's going to do whatever Jada wants to do. Can't nobody control her. Can't nobody tell her what to do. And, that is what it is. But I think it was, in a sense, worded wrong, right? In a relationship, nobody should have to tell you what it is that you should or shouldn't do. You should automatically know what to do out of respect for another person. And if the respect is there and that respect is enough and that other person deems you meaningful enough in their life, they're going to do everything within their power to walk on that fine line of just not doing anything that's going to disrespect the other person. And like I said, it is what it is. Everybody gets married to whoever they want to get married to, and people have to live with those decisions. So Will has to stay with the decision of being married to Jada, and wanting to, I guess, make that work, or doing however the motions in a sense go. Because in one of the parts of the article, they stated that Will has stepped out in the marriage, and he stated that he felt horrible, that he did it. And most men would, because at the end of the day, you're with somebody that you don't even love, right? And you're doing something that that if you were to have a conversation with that person about, that it's going to hurt them. And that and it's going to hurt you in turn, because you're in a sense bringing that person a lot of pain. But in this case, it wouldn't be bringing any type of pain or discomfort or issues towards Jada, because she's not going to care. Jada is going to do what Jada wants to do, and that's that. The best thing that I can tell guys out there is to just be mindful of the women that you decide to get married to. If you want to get married to a woman and y'all are into the whole multiple partners or open relationship, then make sure that y'all are both on the same accord, both physically and mentally, right? Make sure that everybody knows their square, knows the parameters. You have those conversations so that people know what lines to cross and what lines not to sit up there and cross, right? And if you're one of those marriages where you guys are just like, no, I'm good, I'm partnered for life, we're gonna be living like parrots out here, we're gonna 100 years running like that, that's what we're gonna do, just us, and that's it. Have those conversations, make sure that both people are on the same level, both physically and mentally. Talk about that square where people are supposed to move and not supposed to move, and everything that deals with respect and love and honesty and different things of that nature. Like I said, there's a multitude of relationships out here that people live, walk in, been through, been in, are still going through at this moment in time. Every relationship is not meant for every single person. So that's why when I do videos like this, I try my best not to even realistically judge, because I understand that everybody ain't a one person type of individual, and everybody is not a single person individual. So like I said, you just got to be mindful of that, and you got to walk accordingly and look for those type of people, so that you're not in a situation where you're with somebody and you're not on that same walk when it comes to respect, when it comes to just having just us, right, as a relationship. This is why I tell people before: communication, 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 communication is the main thing that can make a relationship better, or it's the main thing that can dissolve a relationship and or marriage very quickly. The more communication that you have, the better informed that your partner is, or that both parties are. The less communication that you have, that just means that that relationship is not going to last long. That storm is there. Instead of that storm being 50 years out, no, that storm is right there. So like I said, it is what it is. I just hope the best for Will, and where he is mentally, because that's something. But like I told you guys before, Jada is very good at keeping the family's name out there and alive, so that they can profit and make money. She does a very stupendous and awesome job at doing that. But at the same time, you got to ask, at what cost?